welcome to the wonderful world of football shirts, a football shirt podcast that is dedicated to pantheon of collecting. It's a good word. It's a new word. I swallowed the dictionary for Christmas. I remember it now. We celebrate not just the football shirt collecting, and the loving of football shirts, the wearing of football shirts, the painting on football shirts, but just the things that footballers kick. The balls, the wearing of goalkeeper gloves, the wearing of long sleeves, the rolling up of socks, the rolling down of socks, the wearing of different types of boots, whether you strap your laces around your foot or around your ankle, like bloody Ashton Hall, or whether you've got a tongue and you wear it low or you wear it high. That's the kind of thing we do, guys. We are just a big old ball of love of sporty stuff and collecting. It's our safe space where we can share our opinions and not have any worry about people showing hate, because we don't accept it on this pod, do we, guys?
Nope.
No, we don't. So let's get introducing the panel today. I don't know why I said panel, but it is a panel because today's the award show. So, of course, we are an awards panel. We are the panel of award givers, but a little bit more on that in a bit. We have first got Helen. You are back and you are gorgeous. Say hello.
Hi, hello. Here I am.
Would you kindly tell us what football shirt you're wearing today?
I am wearing a Dulwich Hamlet shirt.
Oh.
Good team from when Mossy played for them, and a floral collar.
Nice. I love what you're doing. I love this. I love what coming on this pod has done to you. And you are now doing something you wouldn't have done before. You can thank Sharon and Azteca for that, or wherever it was. Yes, I remember that period of time. I think I went to his debut for Dulwich Hamlet, and they have got a brilliant craft brewery within the stadium, so you can get really nice pints of lovely beer. There you go.
Yeah, that was really good, wasn't it? When Ryan played for them, it was quite
good
fun
times.
to go. And it was when they were at their most hipster, and
it was.
I did enjoy going to Dulwich Hamlet
the
for a
pink
while.
and the blue. It was lovely. Welcome back. I know you're still not feeling 100%, so we'll try and avoid you using your voice too much. But it is lovely to have you back.
Thanks. It's nice to be back.
You're singing in the opening ceremony, aren't you, Helen?
Yes, I'm going to be singing something very husky, country and western number.
Andrea Bocelli, you said before we started recording.
Well, you've heard him, so let's introduce him. He is the manager of Woody's HQ. He's got his light on, which means he's recording.
Hey.
It's Woody.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the award ceremony. It's a pleasure to be a part of it. How are we doing?
Thank you for having me on the award ceremony.
You're having me. It's a pleasure to be a part of the panel.
Yes, it's been a pretty rough week for you and toilets, but enough about that.
Steady on.
Unfortunately, I had pressed record by the time you started talking about toilets.
Oh, okay,
so if
right.
Helen
Yeah.
has already edited out. You've had a pretty rough week with home stuff, but surely you've had a good week otherwise.
Yeah, it's been a medieval week with plumbing, but I'm very grateful and happy to be here this evening at the BAFTA of the shirt community. So yeah.
Love it. And the award for best dressed presenter goes to Mr. James Bond himself.
Yeah.
Last time I saw you looking this good was your wedding.
Well, yeah, it's the same suit, to be fair.
Oh,
It's a blinder.
I was a little bit late to join the podcast. I feel like I've missed out on some proper stories, Woody.
It's about a flush, mate. It's not too exciting, but you know.
Oh, fair dues. How's it going, everyone? Rich, that's a jacket and a half.
Thank you.
Can I just say, I think you guys are royally going to stitch me up on this pod today, because last time, yes, I wore a shirt before the birthday episode, and lots
God,
of people
it was so hot
said
as well, wasn't it?
it was hot. And everyone else came in casual, and I looked like I'd just been at the local elections. And you guys today have upstaged me with a beautiful blazer and James Bond and a cool Dulwich Hamlet shirt as well. Crikey. I feel like I'm at a bad job interview.
Well, the fact you came to a job interview with a Sheffield Wednesday shirt and a blazer over the top.
Let's have enough of that. I'm wearing my favourite one for you guys today. Look. And I thought pinstripes goes with the black blazer, so there you go.
Yeah, massively.
Nice.
Nice. I on that note, I really love it. These kind of Instagram reels I see when the video is like, oh, the wife said to wear my best outfit, and they kind of turn up wearing a Sheffield Wednesday long sleeved away shirt, or the wife said put on my best shoes, so he's wearing Preds.
Or the great one is like they've got a picture of the guy in his £150 football shirt, and then his partner's in like a £5 dress from Shein, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if someone was to say, Richard, wear the most expensive outfit that you own. So I'm not talking about I'm just not like, yeah, I suppose in that sense, it's like, well, the most amount of money I've paid for shoes is blah. The most amount I've paid for a shirt is blah. I probably would wear mostly football stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is true. So it's the nature of the beast, Rich. It's the nature of the beast.
It is.
That was his first email.
So, before we get on with it, we are the Wonderful World of Football Shirts, a football shirt podcast where we just go through ramblings talking about football shirts, why we love them, why we don't like them. You can find us on Spotify. If you go on the Wonderful World of Football Shirts and type that in, you can find us on YouTube. You can watch the video on YouTube and on Spotify. If you go type in the Wonderful World of Football Shirts, you've got a good back catalogue back there. If you want to go on Instagram, you can find us on Instagram, where you'll see some brilliant reels, which are also shared on TikTok. Thanks to Helen. And that's at ShirtsPod. Now, if you like the pod and you want to support us in any way, of course, all you need to do is listen and watch. That's brilliant. Like it, subscribe, do all that kind of jizz. Don't say that. Sorry.
Oh dear.
All you need.
We are off air.
It's after 9 o'clock.
Right. It's a good job this isn't a live episode. Right.
Oh, that jizz.
If you want to support the pod, all you need to do is listen to the episodes, watch the episodes, like it, subscribe it, and all that kind of stuff. But if you want to do something a little bit more, you could always go to buymeacoffee.com/shirtspod, and you can buy us a coffee, whether it's £1 donation or 10 quid. It's up to you, whatever you see fit. It just helps us keep the lights on in the pod. It helps us pay for the service we use to record this and edit, and it will help get us better equipment, which then means we can get better podcast towards you. Right, guys, it is awards night. We have got the awards, we have got the nominations all ready to go, but before we do, it's just a quick does anyone have any football shirt, non-football shirt related chat they'd like to talk about really quickly? Because I have something.
Kick us off, Rich.
Well, listen back to the podcast, and you will remember that during my 40th birthday celebration, I had a wonderful offer of a gift from a certain Jacob, who said that I bought myself a England score draw football shirt, and Jake would do his magic on it and provide me with a brand new football shirt, and I'm wearing it today. So as you can see, I'm wearing Italia 90 England football shirt, which Jake has very coolly put on a felt, proper material Umbro badge. I have Italia 90 detailing under the badge, but not only that, I have number 21, Steve Bull, everyone's favourite.
Yeah.
playing in Italia 90 while still in a lower division, answering everyone's fan mail. Yes, this is an absolute banger now. It was a banger of a shirt anyway, but it's just exacerbated it.
I need to do this because I don't have this shirt, and that's one of my favourite England shirts of all time.
Well, you know, you can get in contact with.
Food
Anyway.
for thought.
That's my football shirt news.
Get a Waddle number on the back.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cole
Does
Palmer.
anyone else?
Cole Palmer?
Cole Palmer. No, Colton
Yeah.
Palmer, Cole Palmer.
I've got a gripe to start.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
It's not like you, would it?
Choo-choo.
FA Cup special shirts.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, right. What on earth is going on now? Because Everton played in black at home the other day against Sunderland.
Yeah.
Like Tottenham wore an all-white shirt. For the first time in 4 years, maybe more, Arsenal wore red against Portsmouth. They didn't wear their all-white shirt, so they've stopped the tradition. I saw Southampton had an anniversary shirt. It's very nice, but what on earth is going on with FA Cup shirts now? Because
Blackburn
if
Rovers
you're
have
out
one
in
as well.
round Blackburn Rovers, if you're out there, they wear it once. Like Tottenham have created that white shirt. They're going to sell it for how much, and then they're out of the FA Cup. Like, what's going on?
But what if
Is
they
it-
don't go out?
Yeah, do they wear it multiple times then, or is it? Or is
Well,
it just a
I
one-off?
presume so, but Arsenal have been, I believe Arsenal, I think they've lost every
Well,
round they've
this-
been
Oh
in. haven't they?
yeah, it
Yes.
was a
Arsenal lost every
wasn't it?
round. Aston Villa got knocked out in the first round 3 last year, wearing that all black one. Tottenham got knocked out. Everton got knocked out. Helen, it's a really good question you ask, but we don't know the answer because everyone who's worn an anniversary shirt has been knocked out. in
Well,
the round three.
Southampton wore theirs away at Doncaster, and obviously Doncaster are red and white, so I presume they're not going to wear their yellow shirt at home. But I'm just kind of thinking, like, what's the thought process behind FA Cups now? Because FA Cup was such a big thing to me as a kid. And the FA Cup now just seems so commercialised and just, I'm not even interested in it anymore. It's so sad.
Yeah.
I like the FA Cup. I love the concept that you could have this giant killing, that someone could come from low down, and I know that it doesn't happen anymore, and it doesn't feel like it's going to happen. But imagine if it did, and imagine if they had commissioned a shirt for the occasion, and that was the shirt.
The giant killing is incredible. Like the Macclesfield against Crystal Palace, those stories are brilliant, and they always have been. But it's just that bit of shirt nonsense. I'm kind of thinking, like, why do you have to do that?
I understand your point, but I think sometimes teams just really want to celebrate. Like the Tottenham one was 125th anniversary of Tottenham being the only, correct me if I'm wrong, it's the only non-league team to have won the FA Cup, right? They weren't
didn't know that.
in, is that right? Or they weren't in the Football League at the time? I feel like that's the anniversary.
Sure.
And, you know, there are teams like Bolton released one, didn't they? The anniversary of their FA Cup run. It's a way to, I suppose because of the short nature of the FA Cup for a lot of teams, it's a way to get a shirt out there which you don't then have to wear all season.
But if you look at Arsenal's red currant shirt of their last season at Highbury, they wore it for the whole year, and it was commemorative. Chelsea had a centenary shirt; they wore it the whole season. So for people to get their money's worth, and for kids to go, do you know what? They're wearing that kit all year round. Make an anniversary shirt for that year, not just one game.
I don't disagree with you. Jake, come on. You got something to say.
I quite like if their anniversaries for something meaningful. For example, like you said, the Spurs one's a good round number, 125th, something like that. I'm not too sure what the Southampton was, but I mean, Rich, you showed me that sort of graphic earlier when you were talking about only a certain amount of teams have won the league, FA Cup, League Cup, etc. And there's only a handful, but then you've got, say, some teams like Blackpool's, Preston's, who were sort of lower down clubs that have won the FA Cup many moons ago when they were successful in English football, and it's good to sort of celebrate that and get a commemorative shirt. Say if they won the FA Cup, they can wear it in the whole of the FA Cup competition. Sadly, sometimes it won't last that long, but I like that. I prefer those type of special shirts to like the ones you just said, Woody. The Arsenal whiteout one. I know it's for a great cause, but there's different ways that you could do that. The Everton third or fourth kit that they've released, the black one, there's nothing FA Cup-y or special about that. It was just a new kit that they're releasing halfway through a season to wear at home, which is a little bit more of a push. They're sort of pushing the sort of regulations with the FA Cup there just to get another kit out. So those ones I'm not too keen on. Teams sort of exploiting the FA Cup, so probably the looser regulations regarding kits just to sell another kit. But I do like the ones which are sort of celebrating sort of past glories.
Fair point. If you do go through the tournament, if there was the odd occasion when someone wore it for the how many games do you have to win to win the FA Cup? 6, maybe? 4 or 5?
Yeah, it depends how lower down you are in your start. Like,
if you're starting in round 3, like a Premier League team, then 6 wears is actually more than some kits ever get exposure for, right?
Yeah,
True.
Yeah.
So there is that sort of argument, but I understand your point, Woody. There is a growing thing of it, and unfortunately for a lot of teams, they wear it once, they get knocked out, and you never see it again. Yet they still charge you same amount of price. If we are talking about the Tottenham shirt really quickly, I said this off air. I don't like it, and I really like it. I love the whole whiteout thing. But I think I said it to you guys in the chat when Spurs were playing. The for me, the Nike Vapor Knit technology sort of ruins the aesthetic of it because the badges are very sheen white, and so is obviously the sponsor. But then you underlay it with this knitted material, it kind of loses a bit of the aesthetic. If it was a plain white, like if it was actually the Tottenham shirt but in white, I think it would look a lot better, personally. But I did love that lovely floral pattern down the side and on the numbers.
Yeah, nice little touches.
But it's good to have a gripe with it because it shouldn't just be taken for granted. Anyway, Jake, have you got anything you want to throw in the ring?
No, not really. I mean, I could carry on with just a little note. FA Cup weekend, like yourself, Woody. It was quite nice not having VAR for a weekend. It kind of showed that maybe we don't need it. So yeah.
Little humble brag that Wolves are still unbeaten in 2026.
Was it the 14th of January?
14th of January, as this is recorded, and Wolves are unbeaten. And actually, if the Premier League table is anything to look at, going from January the 1st, we're doing pretty well. Thank you very much.
So, Rich, what are you hopeful for survival at the moment with this current uptake in form?
Did I say this last week? And if I did, forgive me, but I'll say it again. Regardless of who we played on Saturday, the fact that Wolves have played well before we got our first win. Yeah, I know who it was. Awful lilac-y kit too. But anyway,
terrible.
Playing well against.
I was designed
Arsenal.
by a kid, Rich. You can't say that.
Saying it now anyway. Playing well against Liverpool, playing well against Arsenal, we're losing, and then winning and drawing. It's and then winning in the FA Cup there's a buzz around the town, the city, that's just got us a little bit more lifted. And, your thoughts are never so high as when after you've beaten a team, no matter how rubbish West Ham are at the moment. Sorry, Harry, but they are pretty terrible. Like, it's still a win. And you start to look up a little bit more and go, hey, 3 more wins if we play like we have done, and we might do something. But you know what? Let's just see, shall we?
Well done at avoiding that for giving me an answer on that, Rich.
I was going to say, that was
Very, very,
political.
Yeah.
Question time.
Ah, screw it. Yeah, we're staying up.
That's
Come
what
on,
yeah.
Come on, me babies. Anyway, I think that's it. I think that's a football chat. Let's right, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the wonderful World of Football Shirt Podcast Awards 2025.
Oh.
Brilliant! Oh, that was nice. Thank you, Helen. That's why we pay her the big bucks. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Wonderful Football Shirts Podcast Awards 2025. A different way for us to celebrate 2025 as a football shirt community. Last year, we did a best of sort of thing, and we picked our best shirts. Previously, we've done a few best, few worst. A couple of Instagram accounts do their top 10 shirts of 2025. And you know what? At this podcast, we think, you know what? It's been done before. What can we do that's a little bit different? Let's do an award ceremony. So, come on in, take a seat, have a little sip of wine, sit down, and let's just crack on with the show. Thank you very much for joining us at the Wonderful World of Football Shirts Podcast Awards here in beautiful
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. We've got quite a few awards to get through tonight, and I'm sure there will be some conversation over the nominations where we both kind of like think, oh, who's going to win? And what's going to happen is I'm going to introduce the award. One of us will then give us the nominations. We'll have a brief chat, and then we will announce the winner. So first of all, I'd like to bring to the stage Woody to talk about the best overall kit combination 2025.
Whoa.
Thank you, Rich, and good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here to discuss the best overall kit combo. The nominations are Napoli, Arsenal, Hull, Nice, and Sorrento.
Ooh, some nice destinations there.
Yeah, aren't they
Some
just?
beautiful holiday destinations, Hull in particular.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Great weekend away.
Wow. I mean, there's been quite a good year for combos, I suppose. There are a few horror stories, but
This is it. And do you know what? This is all about the pod, right? And what we've spoken about. We could easily pick any one, but this is things we've spoken about on the pod before. And looking at some of these, there are some really nice trio of shirts, combinations of shirts going on.
yeah.
Some surprise contenders as well. Obviously, we put all this out to our Instagram family as well, and we had votes for it. But Jake, any thoughts on who might win this one?
Well, I've been sort of taken in by the manufacturers of them. To be honest, we've got 2 Kappa entries there. Only 1 Adidas entry. No Nike whatsoever.
No Nike. Yeah, that's mental.
There's a good selection. Some really smart shirts, some nice clean looking ones, but then we've got some crazy busyness going on as well. So it's a good mix.
Yeah. Woody, would you do us the honours of announcing the winner?
Yep, just gonna get my envelope. The winner is Napoli.
Whoa!
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Napoli. You know what? And that is a massive turnaround for Napoli because last season, 2 seasons or 3 seasons, they have been a joke of a football club kit-wise, releasing... Well, no, let's be honest.
And we have Antonio Conte live LinkedIn as we.
He doesn't make the kits, Emporio Armani doesn't. We can't afford to have them on the pod. But they have been, like, from the very go of this pod, we have laughed over the fact that Napoli have spent every opportunity to release a new kit, be it a Christmas one, be it a Valentine's one, be it one with all of the players' individual faces on Halloween. But it is fair to say that this year's collection are smart and very cool. And I think that's like they've toned it back this year, and the public have voted Napoli. Well done.
Congratulations.
Yeah, fair.
But shout out to the other teams that took part, because Hull, I thought, was particularly brilliant. All right, okay. Next, we're going to move on to one of the more interesting awards this year, which is the most colourful football shirt of the year, which is presented by Helen. We'd like to welcome Helen to the stage.
There's some great shirts here. There's the Fiorentina all-purple one, New England Revolution with their very retro red, white and blue. The Margate Libertines strip that Johnny from Maber came and talked to us about, and the forest green vegan frog-inspired kit as well.
Vegan frog. Oh.
Wasn't this the episode when we had thingy, wasn't it? Football, Crossbar Dallas. What's his name?
Yes, I think it was. Yeah.
Boise,
that's it. Sorry, Boise. Sorry, mate. We had Boise, and he hated it at the start of the conversation, then came full circle and liked it by the end of it, didn't he? Forest Green.
Yeah, that might have been the pickle juice talking, though, to be honest. But, I mean, my eyes are, where am I drawing to?
In the most colourful category, you would expect them to rate pretty highly.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
What I really like about this category, though, these are all 4 kits we have spent time talking over.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I feel like we know these ones a lot.
Yeah.
Woody, before Helen reveals the winner, are there any kind of ones that you think might have?
I mean, if I'm to look at kind of like Forest Green, they've kind of led the way for a few years now, haven't they? Being very expressive from a fashion point of view. Like Helen said, when we had Johnny on from Maber, I really liked the kind of thought process behind their designs and the intricacies that it goes into kind of designing the shirts. And it's not just about the sponsor. So I've been impressed with the process behind them, because like you said, when we looked at that Fiorentina shirt, which feels like light years ago now, I was so skeptical of it because of how the kind of colour fade went into the shorts and stuff like that. So I'm starting to warm up a little bit more with these shirts.
Oh. Jake, what about you? Anyone that takes it for you?
Oh my god, the Revolution ones. I like it for its old school aspect with that shirt number on the front. I've always got a soft spot for Fiorentina. I thought that one was quite a smart kit. But if for the sort of category is called most colourful, and you can't look past them forest green kits.
Yeah, true.
Oh, no.
Helen.
Yes.
Helen, would you do us the honours of revealing who is the winner?
The winner of most colourful kits is a tie between Margate and New England Revolution. So we're going to have an in-house vote. Hands up for Margate.
I'm going to say Margate wins it because we've got their home shirt here, which is a lovely blue, black, and a little pinstripey pink. But their away shirt as well is white, pink, and blue in that triangle patterns. For me, throwing in the kit combo that we always love talking about.
My vote as well. But then Woody and Jake, are you both voting New England Revolution?
No, has Rich just overruled BAFTA?
It seems like he has. Woody.
No.
What on earth?
I've thrown my 2 pennies in.
You said there's just one. So are we giving it to Margate?
I think it wins for Rich. I think he phrased it badly.
Yeah, sorry, host. I'm going Revolution. Jake sold it to me. I saw it. I love the big number, the retro element. I'm retro through and through. So it is very bold. I'm going New England.
Jake?
I would go Revolution as well.
It's a true draw.
It is a true draw.
Helen, is Reese there behind you?
Oh, he is.
I know who will
Reese.
pick.
Reese, can you come and be a tiebreaker?
Tell him to put a blazer on, please.
he needs a blazer, something smart.
He has
That bad.
voted for Margate.
Oh.
So Margate picks it.
Congratulations, Margate.
Well done, Margate. Well done, Johnny. Well done, Maber.
Well done,
Big win.
Libertines. Up the bracket was a
Yeah,
good album,
well
to
done.
be fair.
There we go. Right. What's next?
It is the Get in the Bin Award.
Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Richard Critchlow to stage to award the Get in the Bin Meh Award. Right, so, we've got some pretty meh shirts. These are all shirts we spoke about on the pod, apart from the Man City one. And to be honest with you, I've avoided it because it just seemed so. Right, so we've got the Meatball Kid Super shirt. Do you remember this one from the Club World Cup? It's I don't know what it's supposed to be, but
Horrendous.
it's Meatballs. We've got the Bayern Munich home shirt, which looks like Father Christmas, really, because that white bit looks like the beard. We've got the kit full of sponsors. I can't remember the name of the team. Nerdberg or something like that.
Could
They
be.
don't even. I've got it here.
Dunno.
I've got it here. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Got it right here. Nope, I have not. It doesn't matter. Not important because they're rubbish. And then we've got this Man City shirt. Now, guys, forgive me. I have not paid any attention. Is this a third shirt for Man City this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they've got like a green away, haven't they? A dark green.
Yes. And this is all I can think about with this shirt is remember that scene from Friends when Joey is fake looking out a window, but it's actually just a piece of art he's got, which is a fake window with rain coming down it. That's all I see on the shirt. It's a grey shirt that has drops of rain as if it's raining on it. And yeah, that's a bad one.
Yeah.
But
The heavily sponsored team is TSV Hartberg.
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 Thank you, Helen. Helen, before I announce the winner of the shirt, is there one of these that you particularly don't like?
I particularly don't like the Motion one. I think it looks trashy.
Trashy. Woody?
Dortmund. It's the most horrendous shirt I've ever seen, I think.
Meatballs. I love meatballs.
Horrible. No
Jake,
context to the shirt.
The Manchester City one is equally as horrendous.
Well, this is my pretend box of envelope. And the winner is, or the loser is, shall we say, it is Manchester City's rain shirt. Congratulations,
Well
Manchester
deserved.
City.
Well done.
deserved.
Well
The
done.
worst shirt of 2025. Get in the bin.
Terrible.
Oh, hello.
Oh.
Right, so, yeah. Here
That's
we go.
weird. Which one's the still and which one's live?
Everyone freeze for a moment.
Ew.
Everyone freeze. Okay, now move. All right, we have got the next award, which is going to be presented by Woody. It is the best podcast moment of 2025.
Thanks, Rich. And there have been plenty. I would like to start off the category with John Underhill sharing stories. Next, we have Andy's Corinthians collection,
Yeah.
closely followed by Greg, worked for Umbro. Greg Lansdowne. And then lastly, Rich Johnson almost single-handedly invents shirt collecting.
He kind of did. If you remember, he he pretty much wanted. Remember, he saw a shirt that he wanted from a foreign country, and kind of, I can't see where we all are. This is freaking me out now. I was looking at Helen then, but it wasn't. I was looking at old Helen from John Underhill. It's weird. Keep moving, guys. Jakey boy.
Hello.
Any ones of these in particular take your fancy? Walnut?
They were all good. I wasn't on the John and Greg episodes, but I listened to them. I listened to them as a fan and as a listener, and enjoyed both of them so much. The John one especially, amazing stories, and definitely, hopefully, fingers crossed, that a guest for 2026 at some point. And that's not, I loved them all. I loved having Rich. We had Rich on a couple of times, didn't we, last year?
Yeah.
And he was a great laugh each time. And then Andy Flack is an absolute legend. So yeah, they're all good. Hard to call this one.
Yeah, hard one to call. Helen, what about you? Any ones that stand out for you in particular?
I mean, yeah, we had some fantastic guests. It's always so good when we have a guest on and they tell a story that they sort of forget that they're being recorded, and they tell a story that they clearly have told before to their mates. And it really feels like we've captured something secret and special and cool. And I think, like, John Underhill, the way he told stories, I could listen to hours of those stories. Same with Rich Johnson, like the way he can access the catalogue in his head of football shirts was phenomenal, and he had so many hilarious stories. But I think, like, maybe Andy pips it because he's so genuine. He genuinely loves this stuff, and that story about him not having headphones because this was the only podcast he had ever listened to, so he had it playing out of his pocket on his postie round, and that woman opened the door when Rich was swearing. It's such a good story.
Why does these things happen to me? But it is. I will echo Helen there and just say 2025 has been superb for guests. It's not fair to pick, and I guess, like, we are just looking at, like, minute details. But I will agree with Helen that I remember how we react to these episodes, and seeing Andy talk about things which then just kind of, like, it unlocked a part of Woody's brain that he hadn't accessed since he was 15. And so I got to see Woody's eyes go all big and, like, glowing, and, like, the sharp intake of breath he took. And the same with you, Jake, when all of a sudden the memory was unlocked for us. And so for that reason, I think, yeah, Andy maybe takes this one. But I don't have the deciding vote. You listeners have the deciding vote, unless it's a tie, and then we do. But Woody, would you like to announce the winner of Best Podcast Moment of 2025?
Thanks, Rich. Yeah, thank you. Just to confirm, the winner of Best Podcast Moment of 2025 goes to Andy and the Corinthians.
Woohoo! Well done, Andy.
And can I just point out, all of these episodes are still available to listen to if you haven't heard them, and we've got a compilation episode out that features little stories from all of these eps too.
Yes, we
like
do.
A Friends episode.
Well, we haven't got any budget, so we just put a compilation episode together.
What, Friends is getting some mentions tonight, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to award the funniest podcast moment, Jake from Art on Shirts.
I'll clap myself. Oh, Jesus Christ! What are those stills?
We are back again.
There actually weren't that many episodes in my selection where we're all on screen, because if there's four of us, usually I'm behind a picture of a shirt. So this is my only one. I'm sorry.
And you picked one where you look like you got sunburnt. I've got my eyes closed. Jake's got his eyes closed. The only one who looks good there is Woody.
I look like I've used Just for Men in my beard. What the hell?
For context, this is the moment before you reveal the boobs shirt.
Oh. Right.
Okay.
Right.
So, yeah, the nominations for the funniest podcast moment are looks like boobs, or I believe our TikTok search is looks like tits, which we spoke about last week is incredibly funny. Next up, we have Chicken Balti.
Yeah. Come on.
Then
do you want to just really? No, go on. You carry on first, and then we'll ask the context in a minute.
Okay. Then we've got Woody looking like the Churchill dog.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks.
Yeah, that was. Sorry about
that. And we also have Charlie's Spa and Grill.
Okay. For context, can you just please, Jake, tell people? First of all, tell us what looks like tits comes from.
Okay, so it looks like tit is. We had. I spoke about it last week, but just to refresh everyone, it is. We were describing. It looked like an 80s goalkeeper shirt made by ABBA. Was it? Is it ABBA?
Probably. Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
And it was a red goalkeeper shirt, and in black it had this sort of repetitive pattern throughout, which looked like boobs. It's as a simple form. It is that, but it's kind of taken on a new lease of life via TikTok.
Yeah. Okay. Next one.
Next up is Chicken Balti, which is where we were having a conversation. It was with Aaron, Tricot Trader.
Yeah.
And there was just a moment where Rich zones out. I watched this back after since. Rich zones out. He stares into space and just says, "Chicken Balti." Out loud. With then a pause.
Like curry bingo.
I think you described it as curry Tourette's at the time. Yeah, brilliant, classic. It was just, and then you proceeded to have a conversation about Chicken Balti, which was incredible. Woody looking like the Churchill dog after some dodgy editing from Rich.
I'll step in on that one. I think it was that came from an advert. We did an advert for something like Vinted, and it was when we were using another streaming platform, and Woody's computer didn't agree with it, and I had a bit of a rush to edit it, and I was focusing more on my image because I was doing the talking and I was doing something. What I hadn't realised is that Woody's video was glitching so hard that his head was going, "Oh yeah," like the Churchill dog. And I think it took somebody from our shirt collecting friendship group to be like, "Why does Woody look like he's not really there?" And I was like, "Oh shit!" And then I looked at it. It's like, "Yeah, he's the Churchill dog nodding off." Oh yes. Awful moment.
And then the last one is was it your club sponsor?
It's my Sunday League team, Charlie's Bar and Grill. However, in one of the many little slips of words, I accidentally said Charlie's Spa and Grill, to which you guys leapt on and wouldn't let go for 5 minutes. I'd still visit it.
Evening. Yeah, have a little spa and a grill.
Chicken Balti at a grill, yes, please. Spa and then a chicken Balti at a grill, yes, please. Anyway, Jake, do you know what? Actually, I'm going to add, before you reveal it, Woody, what are your thoughts here?
It has to be Chicken Balti, I'm afraid. I mean, that was incredible.
Helen?
Again, you can find all these clips in our compilation episode. And for me, it's Charlie's Spa and Grill, because just how quickly we all just pounce on Rich, just very slightly missaying something, and then that's it. We're all there going, spa, like boxing, spa, like relaxing in the sun. And it's very funny.
just for even's sake, I like boobs, so it looks like tits for me. I like the fact that I didn't see it. None of you saw it until I said, guys, this is a great football shirt, but it looks like tits. And then all of a sudden it looks like tits. And the life that it's took, being our most popular TikTok video for some reason other than people are like, they want to look for things that look like tits. And I love that.
Incredible.
Guys, just go on Twitter and search for tits. They're free. Jake, would you like to announce the winner?
I will do. And the winner is Chicken Balti.
Hey. There we go.
Classic.
Yeah, that is a bit of a classic and a faux pas from me. I don't remember where my head went, but weren't we talking about football shirts that had something local? I think that's what it was. So then I spent a long time thinking about something local. Anyway, welcome back to the stage, Helen Crabslam, to announce the winner for the Best Dressed Football Manager of 2025.
So we've got 3 nominations here. Ruben Amorim in his United retro kit. We've got a tracksuit, but I think he wore more than one.
No, that's still retro-y. That's like the retro badge, isn't it? That's the third kit badge.
Looking very
the trefoil.
Handsome. The Cologne manager who wore those jeans and the shirt just because he loved the shirt so much.
He loved it so much.
And we did talk about him quite a lot one episode, and there's a lot of pictures of him jumping about and sliding around on the floor wearing that shirt. And then Segundo Castillo in that leopard print tux, which is just the peak of a whole wardrobe full of amazing clothes that we've seen him in.
Yeah, I mean, he looks as good as Jake does right now. Segundo Castillo. Just because he played for Wolves doesn't matter. But he wore a white tux, he wore a black tux, he wore a white and black tux. I just decided, seeing as we didn't actually name check the Cologne manager, I thought I would just really quickly, just really, Lucas Kwasniok. Maybe.
Kwasniok.
Woody, who's the best dressed manager for you out of this trio? 3 different styles.
Yeah, I mean, Ruben Amorim probably because it's a bit more appropriate, maybe. I do like the suit, however, from Castillo. It's pretty cool. He looks very suave in it. How did the Cologne manager get on with the team wearing the same shirt? I mean, was that allowed? Is he allowed to do that? Or did they wear the away?
They were wearing, so he's wearing a red and white, and I believe they were wearing a special strip. So they were wearing all red, but you get away with it.
Yeah, so for me, I think the Adidas tracksuit, I've bought a few Adidas retro tracksuits as of late, and he's pretty cool in that. Yeah.
Jake?
Yeah, all 3 very different looks. Yeah, I mean, their tux is fair dues. Is gone for it. But yeah, not that one for me. Ruben Amorim, I quite like the little retro numbers he was wearing. So yeah, he's a good little nod. But I remember when we spoke about the Cologne manager wearing these football shirts, and I remember him saying that he saw the lads wearing it, he really liked it, and he wanted just to be in it and to wear it as well. But do you remember when he liked the black away kit because he thought it was slimming? I just love that. Yeah. Like, that's such a natural sort of guy. It's like, oh yeah, I like the black one. It looks good. So I think I'd like him to win it just for being a normal guy.
I'm going to jump. So obviously, not obviously, but if people remember, Segundo Castillo played for Wolves when we were in the Premier League. I love everything about what he's doing. Wearing a dicky bow whilst being a football manager, superb. The Amorim thing is great as well because he's wearing the merch, but in a cool way. Like Klopp, personally, I didn't think Jurgen Klopp pulled off the Liverpool merch well. Like he just wore it, whereas Amorim is wearing the hoodie, he's wearing the t-shirt. He looks cool. maybe it's because that Liverpool didn't have a retro range until now. But what I really like about the Cologne manager is what that got us talking about. We spoke about managers and kits. That got us onto 90s football kit chat with the images of teams in the 90s. And the managers would wear the away kit, as would the first team coaches, sitting there. And the Arsenal manager, George Graham, with short shorts, and you can almost see his like bollocks popping out. That kind of stuff. But it was a fun, nostalgic trip that was ignited by the fact that this guy was wearing the kit on the pitch because he liked it. Helen, would you reveal the winner of the Best Dressed Manager 2025?
The winner, as voted for by fans of the Wonderful World of Football Shirts podcast, is the Cologne manager.
Yes. Nice work. Right. The next one. We're going to rattle through this now. The Best Collab Football Shirt. That means when you see an X, that means it's a collab. And we've got a couple of excellent ones here. We've got O'Neill's, Bohemians, and Oasis. We have Oasis and Adidas. So this one was not a football shirt, but was a football style shirt that was to commemorate Oasis performing. We also have another one, which is the Spice Girls and Admiral, which we spoke at length. And what I still love about this is this happened at the time when Woody's internet connection cut out. So we had absolutely no negativity from Woody. We knew he didn't like it.
Damn you.
So we kicked him out. And we just thought this was a really good shirt. And also, I know that this will anger a few people because I know that Russ, for example, really didn't like the idea of a Spice Girls collab football shirt. And then finally, we have an actual football shirt, which is the Kid Super Puma Club World Cup shirts, which, if you remember, we did a blind ranking of a few weeks ago. Helen, what do you think of this one? What do you think pips it for you?
Yeah, it was a big year for music collabs, and we talked about them a lot. Definitely, I advise people, if they didn't listen at the time, to go back and listen to our double episode about music and football shirts. Do you know what, though? For me, I think it's the Kid Super collab. I think that they were so creative, and the art style really appeals to me, and we had so much fun with this blind ranking. It was very funny, and so that would get my vote.
Okay, I like that answer. Jakey boy, what are you doing?
Yeah, they're some strong ones, aren't they? I've kind of got to agree a little bit. I know we sort of hammered the Kid Super stuff with the Dortmund kit in an earlier category, but there was some in this release that I really, really liked, like the Monterey sort of white and pink numbers, which we can see on the graphic there. Palmeiras as well. That was a really nice home shirt. So some good pieces. There were some bad ones in there, but some really nice ones. Oasis and Adidas was huge over the summer for those comeback gigs. Saw those shirts everywhere. That Spice Girls Admiral shirt is just so much fun. Like, yeah, I love it. Love all the colours in there, and it's definitely got its place in the market. But for me, O'Neill's smash a collab, and this Bohemians Oasis shirt is just next level. It's not, for me, that's a good couple of steps above all those others in that category.
Woody, do you want to just really quickly, because obviously you have an affiliation with O'Neill's, do you want to elaborate on the Oasis kit really quickly and just say why? And I don't want to put words in your mouth, but why it elevates it for you as one of the best collabs of 2025.
I just think there's a very clever link between Manchester City, Oasis, and obviously the fact that it's a very similar sort of 90s triangular, like I said last week, Bruised Banana-esque kind of print on the back of the shirts. So I just think it's a real tasteful link to Oasis and football. Like Jake alluded to, I think that Oasis and Adidas was huge, but because this is an actual football shirt worn in matches, the collab is brilliant for this one.
Yeah. I agree. Like, obviously, at the Wonderful World of Football shirts, we don't just talk about playing shirts, right? We talk about football style shirts. So that's why I've opened it up to these Oasis ones, Spice Girl ones, because in essence, they are football shirts, but they aren't actually playing shirts. So the fact that the Kid Super ones, the Bohemian one, were played in does elevate it to a slightly different level. I will agree with all of you here, actually, and say that despite the fact we laughed at it, the Kid Super ones, I watched a documentary a few weeks ago about Puma versus Adidas, and Kid Super was on this documentary. He's a really nice guy. So, it's hard to... It seems like a really nice guy, and he's tried something. And this actually goes back to what we were saying last week about Puma. They're trying to push forward, right? Move forward in football shirts and try and innovate. But to get hits, you also have to get a few wrong, right? The Oasis ones were... Oasis Adidas ones were everywhere. And I bloody loved it because it was so cool. It was so classic 90s. The Spice Girls one, I agree with Jake. It's colourful. It's Spice Girls. It's everything that I loved about pop music at that point. But the winner of the best collab football shirt 2025 goes to O'Neill's Bohemian and Oasis. Good win. Good win. We come to our last award for football shirts now.
Ooh.
It's the last award for football shirts tonight. We've still got two more after this. And I'd like to invite Jake to discuss the nominations for the best modern retro shirt of 2025.
Thank you, Rich. So the nominations are Borussia Dortmund's fourth shirt.
Yep.
We've got Seattle Sounders for their retro shirt. We have the new 2026 Germany home shirt. And we have the 2020... Oh, no, sorry. Ooh! Was the German... Was the German shirt released 2025? It was, wasn't it? So I take that back.
Yeah.
The World Cup 26. I panicked then a little bit then.
It's for the 26th World Cup.
Yeah, but they have wore it in 25. Yeah, just making sure we weren't doing anything dodgy there. And then the 2025 Club America home shirt. All proper sort of retro links. The Dortmund one goes back to that 95 shirt. The Seattle Sounders goes back to early Seattle Sounders kits when they've gone for that classic killer whale badge. The Germany shirt is unreal. It sort of takes inspiration from the 92 and maybe even the 94 shirt, as you can see in the background for that picture of Tar. And then the Club America throws it all the way back to that 1994 Adidas template where it's got those diamond patterns going on the top of the shirt, but in an enlarged form, and it just looks great as well.
Yeah. Helen, I'll come to you first as the non-trained football shirt aficionado. If you were to look at these four, we have spoke about all of these on the pod. I don't know if you remember looking at the comparisons. Which one looks the best to you? And then which one do you think maybe is a best comparison?
The Germany shirt looks the best to me. I think as a football shirt, it's beautifully executed. The design, the colour, the smartness, slickness, the nostalgia, I really like that. But it's the Seattle Sounders that would get my vote, because how funny is that killer whale kicking a football?
It's amazing.
It is pretty exciting. Woody, what about you, mate? I know that you are a big advocate of these kind of modern retros. What do you think of the four?
All four of them have got something really cool and really special about them. When Dortmund first came out, we said it would look amazing in long sleeve. It does.
Yeah.
The sponsor kind of takes it away slightly for the kit. For me, Seattle
Can I share
Sounders.
something really quickly with you?
Yeah.
Just really quickly. I went on Vinted and I bought, and I hate to say it, I bought a fake version of Vinted in long sleeve. And the reason I bought it, and I bought it for £1, because the sponsor peeled off.
Oh, there
so
you go.
I have a sponsorless Borussia Dortmund 4th shirt.
Beautiful.
Sorry for ruining your
No, don't be silly. Don't be silly. It would look better. Seattle Sounders, yeah, brilliant. Again, 90s MLS shirts were amazing. So I think the kind of nod to that's been really tastefully done. Club America, I do like that design. I've always loved that diamond Adidas top. I think that's probably a little bit too heavy. It still looks good. However, Germany have knocked it out of the park, and they have done for a few years now. And this shirt is going to be the best in the World Cup. But, I mean, for its last dance with Adidas, they've gone out in style. Like, it's incredible.
I concur. The thing that really ruins the Club America one for me is that I'm pretty sure that Hamburg have the same template. So we could have gone with Hamburg as the same one. I think they've got a very similar home shirt as well. Not that it ruins it, but it takes away the magic of a one-off shirt sort of thing. The Germany one, the Dortmund one for me is by far and away. What I really liked about the Dortmund one is, again, when we spoke about it, they used images of different people, larger sized people, and this kind of relaxed fit that it had with it. And as someone like you, Woody, who are taller and larger, you know, it's nice to see that they're thinking about different sized people. And I think I fell in love more with the idea that they'd gone, hey, look, not all human beings who support football are going to be slim fit medium, slim fit large, you know. So these were shirts that were made for everyone, which I really loved. But I think Jake said it, when you look at the picture that Helen's put up for us, it's got 3 Germany shirts, you know, behind the 2026 shirt, and you can see the inspiration behind this modern one in every single shirt they've got there. And I'd even throw in, like, even the Women's World Cup shirt from 2019, I think it was, very similar. Germany just, they smash it, really. So that one got it for me. But, Jake, would you like to announce the winner?
Definitely. The winner for the modern retro shirt of the year is Germany.
Of course it is. Well done. Well deserved. And if they win the World Cup based on that shirt, then it will be very well deserved.
Yeah. Agreed.
Okay, so now we've got 2. This one wasn't actually announced before, but we've got a new award, which I've just kind of come up with today, which is football. Football in itself does a lot of work with charity, right? The podcast, we hear people doing work with charity. We talk about football shirts that have raising awareness. Do you remember there was a shirt, whose training top was it? I want to say it was something like Porto had a training top that was blue and purple, and it was to raise awareness of violence against women. Yeah. You know, it's the charity work they're doing, but also here on the pod, the charity work that some people are doing to raise money for other people. And I'd like, Helen, over to you to maybe give us a little bit more lowdown on the kind of charity work that some people have been doing and who we're going to give the award to.
Yeah, I think it's so good when people come on the pod and tell us what they're doing, how they're spreading messages, if they're raising money for things, if they're raising awareness for things. Obviously, 2025 was a really tough year for Mark Stern with his cancer diagnosis. And I think that so many people in the football shirt community and podcast listeners got behind him and sent him messages. And we certainly shouted out to him on the pod as many times as we could. And when we were raising money, like you guys were running raffles and sweepstakes and all sorts of fundraising initiatives, like around the Retro Football Fair and other events that were going on. And we were putting that money towards charity of Mark's choice, and just raising some morale, talking about things, having these conversations in a public arena is really important. Having conversations about health and things that aren't easy to talk about, and it always feels good when we talk about these things on the podcast, and especially when we get people from outside to come on and talk about it. And one of the things that really stuck in my head this year was when Aaron from Trick or Trader came on, and he just very casually mentioned that he runs this kids football team, and that here in Germany, and that the kids on his team are from disadvantaged backgrounds. Like he says that like, there's a big refugee population where he is, and he brings them into his team and supports them, and he makes sure that each of them has a branded football shirt, a recognizable, genuine football shirt, and he gets the community to raise money to buy them or to donate them, and at the end of each season those kids get to keep that shirt. And the way that he talked to us about it, like he sort of was saying like they're playing all these very affluent teams who don't give a second thought about their brand new buy-in shirt or whatever, and like it is his passion to make sure that his kids feel the same and look the same as those other teams. And I just thought it was so good, so brilliant.
Well said.
So, would you like to announce the winner?
Oh, yeah, it's Aaron from Trick or Trader.
Yes, very well deserved.
Well done, Aaron.
But yeah, like I just want to say, if anyone does want to come in, or like Jake looking for sponsors for his daughter's team, that was a big mission for us last year. Like we've always got a platform and are happy to talk about things.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Helen. Thank you so much. That was very eloquently done. Right, and the final award of the year. And I say this, I don't mean it obviously as a man, but man as in human, but it's the Podcast Man of the Year. Now, this is important because this award is not about just how many shirts you've got. It's not how good you were on the pod, but it's just an all-round genuine person who has been a shining light in the community. And Woody, I'm going to pass it over to you to kind of maybe talk about what it is that would be a podcast, what it takes to be a Podcast Man of the Year, and who has won it.
Thanks, Richard. So for this particular candidate is obviously a prominent figure in the community, and it's not just, as Richard said, around collecting shirts or showcasing shirts, but it's being a good person, being a person in the community that's very supportive of others, that's been a guest on the pod for many a time and stood in very well when he's been on the pod. I've had the pleasure to obviously know the guy for some time, a lovely guy, and he is very highly regarded within the football shirt community. So yeah, I think, it's a very well-deserved award.
That's very true. Jake, do you have a little, before we announce it, do you have a little thing to say about the person who's won the award?
A really, really likable guy. Like you both said, is always been supportive, is a massive hype man. For whatever you are doing, he will try and help you out if you're looking for something. He has been great on the podcast, the numerous times he's been on. And yeah, just decent human being, which is what we are celebrating with this award.
I think that's right. Decent human being is the key thing. And you know what? It's going to start giving it away. But when there are massive events going on and you're happy to take a kind of behind the scenes seat and document the event and not be too worried about not being in front of the camera, then that says a lot about you as a person, right? But then for this person to go above and beyond to do research into football shirts to help you out to see if they're fake or not, but also then to create brilliant stories that we then talk about on the pod. It's pretty fantastic, and I love this person very much. And Woody, would you like to announce the 2025 Podcast Man of the Year Award? And, might I add, first inductee into the Wonderful World of Football Shirts Hall of Fame.
Congratulations, Harry Powell.
Well done, Harry. Very well deserved. Yeah, I think he is a superb guy who has provided some excellent stories on the pod. And yeah, just a kind of an unsung hero, especially with Shirts v Boots. Or he's not unsung because everyone appreciates how much work he's put into it. But like I said, to like an event which was a football game, to go behind the camera and take photos and document it all for us was pretty incredible.
Yeah, cool. Very cool.
This picture was from our 200th episode, our live episode, where Harry came on and talked and then left. And we made him come back because we wanted him to tell another story.
This is what I love about him. He is there for us. That's the point. And he has, he's contributed to the pod in many different ways. He's helped people out when they need it and just been an absolutely awesome guy to be around. So well done, Harry. And guys, that's it. Thank you for listening to the 2025 Wonderful World of Football Shirts Podcast Awards. Guys, I feel like this is quite good. We should do this next year, right? Oh. We're going again. Hit brain. Guys, I really enjoyed that. And I definitely think we should do it again. And you know what? Let's sort out a little prize for Harry. I'm pretty sure I can speak to somebody and get you a prize. So we'll get a prize over to you, Harry. Well done, you. And yeah, how was that, guys? Did you enjoy that?
Enjoyed it. Yeah, very good. Good job.
It's a little bit different, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, fun.
Right. That's it, guys. Go home. Go and get your coats from the coat check. Don't forget to tip your waitresses. But before you go, let's have a little few goodbyes. Woody, if people want to find you on social media or on any other podcast platforms, where can they find you?
They can find me on Instagram at WoodyW1988 or That 90s Premier League Podcast on Instagram.
Fantastic podcast. Helen, if people want to find you and see any of the work that you've done other than this fantastic podcast, where can they find you?
I'm Helen Crabsalem, and you can find me at crabsalem.com.
Very cool. And Jakey boy, if people want to see some excellent football shirt artwork, where can they go?
I am at Art on Shirts FC on all of the social medias.
Fantastic. We are the Wonderful World of Football Shirts. You can find us by typing in Wonderful World of Football Shirts on any of your streaming platforms or social media channels. If you want to go a little bit more precise, you can go at ShirtsPod, and that will take you to our TikTok, Instagram, and X account. But yeah, we're a podcast that come to you every week, hopefully every Monday morning / Sunday night. Thank you all for listening. Helen, I know you're feeling coffee and don't want to speak anymore, but please give us a goodbye to our beautiful listeners.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.